welcome to Living Out Loud Live. I'm Vicki. With me are my two amazing sisters, Laura and Jaime. Both are strong ally activists in their own right. They are my closest family and best friends. For those of you who don't know us, I have the honor of introducing my sister Jaime, who's on the front lines of the fight for not only transgender rights, but also social justice. She's the founder of Moms for Hope, an organization dedicated to educate and connect the parents of transgender children. She's a public school history teacher, making the difference in the lives of the next generation every day. And is also the mom of 2 teen boys and 1 tween girl. Yet somehow, with everything she has going on, she still manages to join us at the table each week and help us change the world. And hopefully she won't be, doing a protest or having to create cupcakes or...
Not as quite so much multitasking as last week.
No.
Right, that was a weird episode, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Welcome, Jaime. What are you drinking and how has your week been?
I am drinking wine as usual. My week has been good. I have the state coming back in again tomorrow because, they just can't get enough of my classroom. And some good news from our county where I am employed. There was some talk of banning pride flags in stickers and whatnot in classrooms here. And I did not attend, but our friends did, including Andrea, and it was voted down. So yay to that. And so I'm very happy that that was voted down, and not even by, it was like a huge vote down. I think only one person voted yes, and it was the person who introduced it, and they kind of shot him down. So
the Messiah, as I understand.
Yeah, the Messiah. So that's good news, and so I'm happy with that. And I get the honor of introducing the exceptional and strong, beyond belief, well-known, fierce as hell LGBTQIA+ activist, creator of the Living Out Loud Live audio podcast with Laura, mother of 2 LGBTQIA+ daughters. Oh, really? Now she's going to start squeaking her toy. Sorry. That came out in adulthood. Reformed corporate Barbie who struggles daily with chronic illness and yet is here as a proud rainbow warrior. How are you tonight, Laura? And what are you drinking? And what have you been up to this week?
I am doing well. I'm actually, we had some leftover beverages from our 30th anniversary party because apparently I purchased supplies to buy for the entire neighborhood to show up. So I got to tell you, I got these Why Wait for Fridays and they're non-bubbly and these are really, really good. I'm actually shocked. So I really want to give a shout out to that. And, I'm glad that I'm not the only one with the pesky dog this evening because mine clearly thinks I should only be paying attention to him this evening. My week is actually really, really cool. One of the things that I got to do this Monday is in Lake County. You guys had the pride flag ban trying to be put up again in yours. For us, the Lake County Republicans actually tried to submit resolution 24.02 to subvert the Don't Say Gay to create loopholes that you could still, be, bigots, basically, what can I say? But I was very happy to say that they did not take that resolution up. They actually said it was a done deal. They put it to rest and they told the bigots to go ahead and write their congressman. That's what I feel like we get told all the time is write your congressman.
And how many baked potatoes do you have left?
So here is the great story of that. We had about 30 and there was only so much I could do. So they went in the garbage yesterday.
Yeah, we took some home.
I shipped a lot I sent Amy with 2 full Ziploc bags of them because it was so bad. I get the honor to introduce our sister Vicki. She is a newly remodeled transgender woman, lesbian wife to her gorgeous wife, Lisa, stepmom to 2 amazing men, a woke rainbow mafia liberal feminist with only one true agenda, and that is to end hate and spread love and light, which she does every single day I know in my life. So what's in your cup, bitch, and how is your week going?
Really, really good. I did listen to Lisa's latest episode with you on the podcast last night. That was really, really good. And I thought it was interesting because it's nice that when she gets to use her own voice to talk about her journey, which is independent. At the party, she let me know that we were separated quite a bit, and it was weird because I was floating around a lot. I spent time with Jamie. I was doing card readings with the kids. I went outside and was sitting with Dennis out by the fire pit and talking to a lot of people. But Pride Prom is coming. That is like the most exciting thing for me, and we're going to talk about it in depth in just a few minutes. But it's been a lot of shopping, getting ready for things.
Sorry, Jackson just walked in.
Hey, Jackson, and Willie is, of course, is Willie.
She's wanting to put her 2 cents in.
Right.
Yeah,
she heard what happened in Arizona, and she wanted her voice to be heard too.
Yeah, and the party was great, and it was so nice. I met so many people that were just great, and we did have some different weird things that happened too. But that's kind of the what happens when you get that many people. In a party.
I have to say, it's an interesting thing because I mentioned that I went to that thing with Lake County this past week, and one of the hardest things that I can have a hard time with sometimes is when somebody says something that's kind of shocking to me that catches me off guard. I'm not always quite sure how to respond, but I was actually talking to this woman who was there from a church, well-meaning lady, let me just tell you. However, once I told her that I had a trans daughter, she wanted to know what Ruth's dead name is. She's like, so what did blank, use the wrong pronoun, go by? And I looked at her and I said, I just want to let you know, I understand that you're coming and what you're saying to me is trying to come from a place of understanding and respect. But I want to let you know what you just said is very rude. We don't ask people what their dead names are. Now, I'm a mom, and because I want to help educate and I want to teach you, that's not something appropriate to do. However, if we just don't talk about that anymore. And I think it's hard. And that was one of the things that I struggled with at first, was trying to get out of that, oh, this is going to hurt me so bad, for me to say, you know what? I just want to let you know that made me uncomfortable. And that's really not how we do this. It's so hard because I knew she had the best of intentions, but boy, did it come off flat.
Yeah, I agree. When we were filming pretty recently, we were filming that documentary that hasn't been released yet. The filmmaker he's brilliant, and we've worked with him before. And there's sometimes some lack of knowledge when it comes to terminology. And so he kept saying transgenderism. And I was also kind of like, I really need to say something because this is it's not a correct word. And so I did, but at the same time, I had that moment where I'm like, oh, I really don't want to embarrass him. Yeah. But if I don't correct him, I'm going to feel really bad if he says this in front of someone else and he keeps using it. And so I did. And he was like, you know what? Thank you so much. I had no idea. And I am so glad that you told me, because I'm embarrassed that I would have been saying that and it's wrong. And so, yeah, I mean, I think sometimes, even though it's uncomfortable, we have to really put it out there, because otherwise they're going to keep doing it. And sometimes they're going to do it like a lot to someone else that will get really offended. So
yeah, that was the CPAC thing, the transgenderism word, like it's a movement or a
cringe.
Yeah, no, and it I gotta tell you, it kind of haunted me. What Lisa said, where I look pretty good for one of them.
Yeah,
which is like insulting on multiple levels.
That's
so first
way
of all,
insulting on multiple levels.
I'm ugly, and I'm also they didn't even know what to call me as a person. That's kind of like
that is very, very hard. And I know I would have been a little shocked and taken aback at that one too. And it would have been hard to say, hey, really quick, my wife goes by she, her. So let's do that first. And quite honestly, I think my wife's gorgeous. I'm not telling you that your wife looks pretty good for a lesbian.
Yeah, but I think
and I'm just assuming, like, I have no clue who said that. So I'm just thinking who was at the party. And we had a lot of parents of transgender kids. I think they would know better than to say that completely. I do think that there are well-meaning people that are so off the effing mark, it's not even funny. And I don't even know what else to say other than,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes you miss the mark. And I have a feeling I know who that was. So I'll just kind of, next time I see them, I'll just kind of say, hey, listen, I just want to give you some tips because you want to make sure that you're being approachable for everybody and not rubbing somebody the wrong way.
and
Right.
being kind, you know.
Yeah, thank you. Because it's just weird because the first time I encountered Triangle Connection, my ass got sore on both cheeks.
We're losing you.
Like, really?
Yeah. Like completely.
Still here.
Yeah.
It almost sounded like we're rapping. Sure, mix a lot.
Altogether, we are queens of the overshare, especially when they try to take our rights away. We are also a loveliness of ladybugs, and we welcome all of our intersectional ladybug family and friends who are here every week. Shelly, I know you're out there. Hi, welcome. Love you, cousin. As well as all of you joining us live or in replay. This is an opinion show. All of the opinions are our own, so you may hear some shit you don't like. Sorry. You don't have to agree with us, you know. You can join the discourse in the comments. Do us a favor, please include your name when you comment, because in the studio we don't always see who's what, you know.
Hey, I just have to tell you, I met Rita May's resale. She was at the Lake County event as well. She's my neighbor. She lives just a couple of houses down from me. So I'm just super excited.
We are fucking explicit. I mean explicit often, sorry. So parents, please monitor what your kids are viewing. We're not really kid friendly.
Not this week anyway.
Fair warning, we will forget about you out in comment land. We kind of get involved in our discussion and while we're doing a live stream, but we will get back to you as soon as possible. You know, we try to, we really do. Because this isn't a show. This is what happens when three sisters who are activist accomplices, that's a fun tongue twister, decide to change the world together.
That's better than
all right.
Intersectionality.
All right.
Okay, around the table is kind of also the thing we're going to be talking about for our first segment, which is Pride Prom, which is coming up Friday. Holy shit! This Friday, April 12th. Tickets are still on sale. As a matter of fact, I still think there's some $20 tickets available.
Ooh.
Yes, we want people to show up. Please show up. A packed dance floor is a wonderful thing.
Yes, please. I would love to see as many people there as possible. I mean, come on out, y'all. It's going to be such a great time. I'm so excited. Dennis has not gotten to go to prom before, so this is going to be his first time. Vicki has not gotten to go to prom before, so this is going to be her first time going. John and I think Jaime have like a gold medal in prom. So like they're the old hats at it. I've only ever been to prom with John. This is going to be my third one with him, which is kind of funny.
Oh, we got a hey ladybugs. Welcome.
Yeah, I'm super stoked. I actually have a speaking engagement with Dempsey earlier in the day before prom. So I'm gonna be hightailing my ass up to Orlando. We will be speaking at the Day of No Silence for Glisten at Zebra. We're gonna be on a panel, and then we're bolting out of there. I got to bring Dempsey home, drop her off, and then kind of quick, jump in my quick change gown and then drive back to Orlando.
Change gown.
She's doing your makeup while you're at the house?
Yeah, Dempsey's going to do my makeup for me. So she's been doing, she does great like skincare and like that kind of stuff. But I asked her to look up some tutorials on smoky eye. So she says she's got this new trick she's going to do with tape. And so I fully trust her. Whatever she does is going to be better than I can do anyway.
She's amazing. Yes.
Yeah. So
I mean, as fancy as I got eyelashes.
Oh,
that was me going fancy.
I don't know if I can do eyelashes. I did them for the show and I really couldn't see. So, yeah, I think I'm going to nix the eyelashes. I'll leave it to you. But yeah, I'm down. I can't wait. And so the tradition of prom dances, short for promenade, traces back to the late 19th century here in the United States, with origins linked to the debutante balls and other formal events held by the burgeoning high society. The wealthy families wanted to introduce and show off their daughters to their social group, and were viewed as this was viewed as an important milestone in a young woman's life.
Yeah, look at this looker right here with her dead upside down.
It's giving me some Edgar Allan Poe vibe.
It looks like a
bird there. Not that I like Edgar Allan Poe or anything, but I feel like we should be at high tea right now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Early in the 20th century, prom became more about celebrating the end of the high school year. So gymnasiums were transformed into exotic locales. Please note all the toilet paper hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, talk about exotic locales. My prom was Casablanca theme, and before we aired, I was showing my sisters here how they had made a plane actually flying into the front of the school with a huge Casablanca theme. So not as so much toilet paper at my prom, but it's also definitely a creative use for toilet paper and decorating for prom.
I think in that era, that's when they were spiking the punch and everything to ensure people having a good time. The start of like roofing girls, I think, a little cringy.
Yeah, they do look a little buzzed in this picture.
Yeah, especially the third one back. She looks back.
Yes, they're allowed to touch each other. Look, they're allowed to touch.
Mm.
Yeah. She does not look happy, does she?
Mm-mm. Maybe it's
you mentioned you like the polka dot dress, but I'm looking at this velour thing up front going, wow, that's a little Snow White-ish.
I was just thinking the same thing. It looks like Snow White. Even her hair
reminds me of a bridesmaid's dress.
I'm kind of digging it. I mean, it's not the style now, but I'm not going to be wearing to our prom, but I kind of like it.
Well, the one behind me gives me totally Wendy from Peter Pan vibes.
True.
Yep.
Now, by the 1950s and 1960s, the creative use of toilet paper in decoration continued to become more elaborate. There it is. Proms became the culminating celebration of the high school journey. This is often depicted in books, movies, and television shows.
Yeah, that's the Enchantment Under the Sea dance from Back to the Future, yes?
Ooh, that's a bandstand dance from Grease. Shamalana ding dang bop bomb boom.
Right?
Yeah,
or the bloody
wrong.
carnage from Carrie, right?
Carrie.
Look at how realistic that toilet paper looks.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That was like when John's curtains went up on fire.
Yes, the arsonist. Throughout the decades, prom has continued to reflect the culture of the time. For example, during the 1960s and 70s, prom attire and music often featured psychedelic styles and acid rock and roll music. And as you can tell there, those big flared up collars, the ruffly shirts. I bet you
lacy cravats. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Look, this is Doug Henning's prom picture, obviously. He's about to go do magic. Beautiful and magical.
Well, I got lucky and I had proms in the early 90s, but by the 1980s, they started trending away from gyms and went to more banquet halls and other elegant destinations. So an extravagated fashions and fashionista type decorations, like all of ours were at hotels.
Yeah. So were mine. I didn't get to go, but I mean, we're wondering about the three girls up front with the shitty bow tie effect. What is that about?
I don't know.
I think that might have been the lesbian signal back in the day.
It could have been. That could have been signal. But look at the one in the middle too, because look at how happy she fucking is.
Yeah, she's the one that's making me really feel that might be the lesbian vibe.
I'm thinking. What about the one in the middle at the top?
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah,
like, I don't want to be here.
right. My
Maybe
mother
she's
made
upset
me
with
wear
her
this
dress.
dress.
It
That
looks
is
like she's
my
wearing the
mother made me
curtains.
wear this dress look.
Yeah, it's not good. And those soft kind
Although
of
I gotta
sleeves
tell you, I think I could rock the one on the far left on the top.
with the polka dots.
Oh yeah, I think I could rock that.
Oh, that's
Wow.
definitely the big hair. Of, yeah, that's got to be early 80s.
Woo!
Oh, and his hair.
Yeah,
Um,
his hair. That's like so bad.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
I wouldn't know. I didn't get to go. Sorry, couldn't help it. Leftover from last week.
I love that bumper so much.
Oh my
It's
god.
like my favorite bumper. I love the music to
Yeah,
it
me
too.
too. The music is perfect.
Mhm.
It's like that NBC The More You Know.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, with the star flying in. Yes.
um, sorry. Prom remains a significant event in high school culture, evolving to include many additional traditions.
Such as the introduction of elaborate promposals or the increased emphasis on social media inclusion.
I don't know who these people
No,
are.
I don't either.
I don't know, but they're
I've
good
never
looking
seen that man
people.
in my life.
That was John's prom. That was our second prom together. Yeah. Yeah. But you know, the core elements of prom, the dressing up, showing out, dancing, and celebrating the end of a journey, they don't change.
No.
Nor does the awkward slow dancing, which I'm going to be, But Pride Prom is very similar, as it's a chance for adults in the LGBTQIA plus community to step out and shine. And for Dennis and I, it is the opportunity to rectify the never getting to go. So, ladies, what are the big plans for Pride Prom this year?
Getting there on time for me. Just saying.
Not getting stuck in the zebra speech.
Yeah, I did tell him I had to leave at by the latest 5:30 because that keep in mind that's rush hour for me. I have to come home from Zebra, so Mills, like all the way back home to Kissimmee with Dempsey, and that's rush hour. So I'm going to be in the car for a while, and so really, I'm really thinking I might have to, come up with that skill of quick change when they just fling the outfit on and it's all of a sudden there. Maybe Dempsey can go like this and put my makeup on too. I mean, my hair.
Like a magic wand. She could be your fairy godmother.
Exactly.
If
Exactly.
need be, I will have my makeup with me too. So even Lisa and I are going to go hit Mac. They are doing our makeup, which
Nice.
might be over the top. Who the hell knows?
It can't be. It's
Prom?
prom.
I mean,
Yeah, I can't.
I
My
don't think
biggest
anything's
thing
over the
is in 1993 and 1994, I didn't require Spanx. So I did get like this whole bodysuit Spank thing that so I'm going to be like a walking sausage roll this time. Like that's my big plans.
I don't think any of us are
Oh,
gonna
and
be
it's going to be
moving.
the Foob's first prom. So it is
I-
my
I-
Foob's first prom.
That's right. We need to get you a T-shirt that says "Foob's First Prom."
You bet.
I did manage to reduce the layer of Spanx down to 4, so it'll be much easier to breathe. And I got the pink iridescent nails,
Ooh, pretty.
which
These are mine.
I didn't get mine done yet.
so
Sometime.
the
She's going to do
fingernails
that
and
in
the toes
between
match.
giving her speech at the Zebra
Yeah.
Youth Center and getting the
I'll be
yeah.
painting them while giving the panel speech.
We'll have Maria meet you there. She can just
No, I'm gonna sneak out of work early tomorrow. I have some hours extra that they're owed to me, and I'm gonna just on the way home from work get my nails done. So
I am so excited though. Like I get to spend the prom with our family and like I'm
Mhm.
so beyond excited about that. You have no idea. Like that is giving me all the feels, all the good feels.
I agree. And this year we didn't do we didn't do limo this year,
Right.
but that's the plan for next year.
Yes.
But we did do hotel reservations, so we are going to do the after party in the hotel and brunch in the morning. So that
Yes.
will be
And John mentioned tailgating here. Well, let me just tell you, I will bring some liquor because I have a whole bunch left over. If I didn't mention that earlier.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, we've got some wine, we've got some stuff going on. Shelley, we wish you could be there too, honestly. And I messaged this to Jaime earlier. A year ago, when the pictures came out from Pride Prom, it was a stretch goal that I would have the confidence to even go. It was me just starting to go into the office authentically. It was the start of my transition. Holy shit, what a difference a year makes.
Yeah.
So first of all, we all went to the 80s night earlier in the summer.
Lisa didn't get to go,
At
though.
the end of the summer, and Lisa didn't get to go. So we didn't get to dance together. I think that's the thing I'm most looking forward to. We have become such a tight family, and everybody gets along and everybody loves each other, and it's just beautiful.
Yes.
So all of us being there, being able to enjoy just dancing is going to be a fucking phenomenal thing for me.
I can't wait to see you dance.
I can't wait.
Prom
Look
is
at Lisa.
prom is supposed to, be the end of an era, high school, but for me, it's the end of my transition. It really is I've come into a place where I'm happy. I'm not looking backwards in any way. I have both of you and our amazing family in our life. I have joy in what I am and who I am. Lisa and I are in a place I didn't think we could be a year ago, which is pretty phenomenal that we are not only thriving, but we are growing in love every day. And
I don't mean to cut you off, but I just want to say how special Lisa is. Because, you mentioned earlier about the podcast episode. And one of the things that I love about Lisa is she is a person that is just so honest and so real, and you feel so comfortable with her. Like sometimes you can, it's almost like talking to a therapist, like you can unwind some of your thoughts and like really come out on the other side. So I'm so sorry. I'm so grateful that you weren't sure where you guys were going to be last year, and now I get to see this just amazing relationship, and your wife is absolutely amazing, and her support for you and love for you is just like it warms the cockles of my heart.
well, yeah, she's your first three-peat on the podcast, right? Too. I mean,
I think so.
that says something,
She's so easy to talk to. I could talk to her about anything. We could sit there and talk about how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I think we'd come out with some life insights. Like I would be major what do you call it? Doing self introspection, like talking about making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah, no,
Sorry, go ahead. I digress. Your wife's just amazing. I just had to kind of put that in.
when this and I talked about it in my speech at Deus Visibility. When I started this journey, I thought it was going to be the physical changes, the things that would allow me to be happy with me. They don't matter. Yes, it's nice to look in the mirror and not be grossed out. It's nice to see what the hormones and the surgery and the transitioning has done. All of those three things combined have let me become something that I'm not beautiful. I don't feel beautiful, but at least I can look in the mirror. But the changes that came because of our family, all of us together, the things that we celebrate now, the way that we just fit as sisters, as our, everybody in our family all together. It's unbelievable, really is. And so I've got a lot to celebrate this year, and I will step into that venue on a level that I never thought I could a year ago. I'm going to be in hot pink, shimmery. I have fucking hot pink heels. I have
You're going to own the place.
I don't have to own the place. I'm just going to be happy to be me.
But that's how you own the place, is being happy to be you. That's exactly how you own it.
Tina, hey. Tina's going to be there too.
Oh, yeah. Tina sent me a glimpse, a preview of her dress. It's freaking amazing. Yeah.
And Tina, your wife's going to be there too, right? Because that was, yeah, she's a delight. We really enjoyed meeting her.
Her wife is adorable. So cute.
So yeah, I think of all the things I'm looking forward to, whatever the night brings. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Yeah, we so wish she could be there.
Oh yes, her wife is going to be there. Yay!
Yay! No, I just think we're gonna dance. We're gonna enjoy the VIP lounge. We're gonna, see a bunch of people. Like, I know I've got a bunch of people from Orlando, the center, that are gonna be there again. Yes, I will be there. I will be there in force. I will be there with my squad. I will be there with my family. I will be there ready to just fucking light the night up and celebrate the end of going from what I was to what I am, and I'm never going back.
I'm so glad you're never going back.
Mm-hmm. And it's appropriate that this celebration is prom, because it's a milestone.
It's a milestone. It's a graduation ceremony, as it were.
Like you said, last year it was going to the gala. That was a first for you, right?
Yeah, the gala was the first thing that Lisa and I attended, besides me going to work or to the center, as myself. And I loved that little black dress. I still love that little black dress because
you look great in that little black dress.
Because who doesn't? Every woman needs the little black dress and heels. That's the, But what was interesting and fun about that was that we were walking over grass, we were walking over gravel to get in, etc. And Lisa was very concerned about me, and I'm like, oh shit, I got this. I've been, in heels all my life when I needed just that moment of. And when all that came out, when I put all that together and realized who I was and what I was, getting to step out and meet you, Laura, that first night right after, and it was the night of my birthday.
Yes. Your old birthday.
My old one, yeah. My new one now goes with my chosen name, which is amazing. So, thank you, ladies. I don't have anything else to say other than it's not my night, and I'm not going to bogart the night, but I'm going to love the fuck out of Friday night, because we are all together, and that's what matters to me the most. And again, that's 180 from where I was last year.
I'm sorry. Look at Lisa's comment.
I'm not crying. All right, here we go. Shit. Anything else? I know we've got the party, we've got the after party, we've got the we're going to drive the hotel nuts.
I just want
probably.
to say that if you are on the fence, if you're listening to this and you're on the fence about going to the prom this year, to the Pride Prom, and like Vicki said, there are tickets that are still available. Go, take the opportunity to go. You are never going to be in a more supportive place for you to experience prom as your authentic self. I mean,
Yeah,
you
I'm
will
I'm trying to get
feel,
Maria, who does our nails, to go. She's very socially not, comfortable, and I'm like, you will never find a better place
yes,
to go.
yes. And, I feel like that song, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Y'all know
The
what I was
karaoke
saying,
list.
right?
Oh my God.
Oh,
If
we gotta
if
say,
they
we gotta say,
if their band calls out, I could always, go up and, sing for everybody.
we have to save some of the details for the after recap. So let's get to our second part because I want to make sure that we get and cover this next section because it's a good one.
Totally, completely. Here we go. Tonight's second feature is about DEI programs. While the three of us are overwhelmingly in favor of diversity, equity, and inclusion, we're going to try and explore the increasingly under attack philosophy and understand the best we can the arguments against them.
You mean the arguments for misogyny, bigotry, racism, white supremacy, Christian white nationalism, anyone?
Yeah, they dress that all up in flowery bullshit. But let's start unpacking. And I want to be clear, this is just going to be an opening overview of the topic by three white women. I hope Jacqueline will be back
Yeah.
really soon to help us navigate through some of the complexities of the topic. I was surprised, and the reason I brought this up this week is I saw something, and we'll discuss it at the end, that really, really shocked me.
Yeah. So the murder of George Floyd in 2020 set off a renewed wave of calls for racial justice, and corporate America responded by greatly expanding and committing their DEI programs. At first, it seemed to be a tidal wave of positive changes. Commitments to hire more people of color, rebranding, and losing icons that reinforced racial stereotypes, and renewed investment in historically Black colleges. The efforts were initially met with a majority of public support, but that seems to have largely eroded as the conservatives have bundled any positive changes under their war on woke umbrella of white Christian nationalism.
We're
Yeah,
just
and I will
4
also
years
include.
later. The resignation of Harvard's first Black president under pressure from the conservatives in the House of Representatives, under the cloud of accusations of pragmatism and anti-Semitism. I hope I got my tongue to work correctly on that one. That's like worse than intersectionality. Like that one I at least trained the tongue for. Was loud by some as proof that the DEI was a failure.
Yeah, it was plagiarism and anti-Semitism.
Oh, thank you for explaining to me what the word was. My dyslexia does not always allow me to figure out what the words are. I apologize, everyone.
No worries. And there was a Wall Street asshole, billionaire, Bill Ackman, tweeted right after her resignation that DEI initiatives are racist and that he worried about racism against white people. That just showed how scared the 1% are of change to their long treasured status quo. Once again, claiming that the purpose of a university in capitalism was to distribute privilege, and believing that Dr. Martin Luther King would have disapproved of DEI efforts.
Because they're mansplaining. White men mansplaining DEI. That's all it is. White men mansplaining DEI.
And Elon Musk was quick to follow with DEI is another word for racism. Shame on anyone who uses it.
When exactly does he launch for Mars and I don't have to see him ever again?
Not soon enough. The real problem with the statements, though, is that they give the false impression that we already live in a post-racist and sexist utopia where there would be some sort of unmerited privilege shown to minorities and women, and that true balance was never attained. So, we are still trying to fulfill the promise that Dr. Martin Luther King saw, that vision that he saw for what could be the brotherhood of man. We're still trying to get there, and yet it's this, we're they're going to try to take away our power.
We're not even remotely close. So I mean, it's not that we haven't attained. I mean, let's call it, we're not even anywhere near the mark.
Nowhere near.
Can I just refer us back to Arizona yesterday?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
All right. The main arguments for DEI include, also, I don't know, did we say, in case anybody's watching and is not aware, because I had to explain to my students what DEI meant because they didn't know. So DEI stands for diversity, equality. Is it equality and inclusion?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I if you said it, I missed it. And the main arguments for this include more diversity in workplaces and better representation of in the workforce. Based on studies, diverse teams are more productive, but diversity also seems to increase corporate profitability. One study showed that companies that have more diversity on their executive teams are 15% more likely to generate above average profitability compared to companies whose executive teams are predominantly white males.
Well, diversity in teams also foster a wide range of perspectives and ideas, generally facilitating increased innovations and better problem solving.
Yeah, and diverse teams are higher in morale. They more easily engage with others. Showing that employees are valued and will be included encourages higher levels of collaboration.
Diverse organizations also seem to have better luck with recruitment and retention, not to mention that the legal benefits of being in alignment with federal and sometimes state, maybe not Florida, hiring obligations.
And no shit, not Florida, right?
Mm. Yeah. The arguments against are, pretty much you probably have come to expect.
Yeah, the mythical reverse discrimination against majority groups.
Yeah.
Undermining perceived meritocracy. How do you say that?
Meritocracy.
Meritocracy. Okay, it's not. I don't think it's.
Yeah,
I know
that's a shitty word.
That's a Jeopardy word right there, because I was like, whoa, okay. Believing that the demographic characteristics of a person outweigh merit-based hiring or promotion. And before I even say anything else, I will add that we've been talking a lot in my class about affirmative action and what that looks like and how that translates. And so my students could probably, any of them, jump on here and have that whole conversation with us regarding this idea that characteristics might outweigh a person's merit or hiring. Yeah.
Yeah, male frailty. That's all I take that as, and that's all it is. And I just want to say that there's a huge 4B movement going on right now. And if you don't know what the 4B movement is, just Google 4B and join the cause. It's worth it. Some of us have wonderful husbands like John and Dennis, but even them, they work by going out and talking and explaining how things are not good. So that's where we need more people too. Sorry. I apologize. I want to, a little segue there, and of course
I want to add one other thing too, because I just remembered, and I'm super proud of him. Dennis is on the board for his company for the DEI committee, and he was just featured in the newsletter. And so shout out to him. And he always is really good with donations and showing. He always shows up, but even for his company, he's not recognized for it by the public, but it is something that he does behind the scenes because he wants to and he believes in DEI initiatives.
And it is okay for men to believe and support DEI. So just in case you're on there, our husbands are very.
What are they losing by supporting it? That's the big question. The answer is nothing. I mean, honestly, there are so many benefits, and yes, there is a war on woke right now, and yes, it's a shitty war on woke, and it's Gamersgate that started and went into the shit,
It's okay. We all have those moments. I have brain fog all the time.
Right. So there were a lot of people that claimed that women speaking up for their rights when they had been abused was incorrect, and and it was time. It was time that a lot of these assholes were brought down because of what they had done. Just looking even at, right now, the Nickelodeon series about what was done to children by people in power. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
And yet they're going to argue about trans kids' rights to have drugs, to be under medical supervision, while they're not protecting kids who are being,
Exploited.
savagely used in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember, what is it, like 7% of rapists are only prosecuted? Like 7%. Like it's
Yeah.
not even double digits, I don't believe.
No. And even the ones that the women do get rape kits, there's such a backlog of rape kits. It's like an epidemic in this country. They're not even tested.
Well, and the big, and I brought this up at Day of Visibility, the big case that they are using to show that, transgender women attack children. Two things. One, first, Carlos was still Carlos when he attacked the little girl in her home, not in a public bathroom, in her home. And so many abusers are people that children know and that the families know. And it was only after she had been arrested, quote unquote, that she became Carla.
What I can say is, if there was a epidemic of trans people doing anything, there would be a docu-series on fucking Netflix about it. However, you want to see some docu-series about bad things happening, you can see it all about happening up in that Catholic church. Watch
Yeah.
My Sister's Keeper. Just watch My Sister's Keeper. So there's proof. Like, where are the headlines? Like, they like to spout the shit, but there's no headlines to back any of it up. And Vicki, I hope next week, I know we're going to be rehashing our prom and everything, but I really would love it if next week you could read your speech for everybody. I think it would be amazing to be able to hear it again. It was that moving that I think it would be.
We can play it. It's recorded. I left it pretty much everything out there, and what was beautiful was everybody was
I
there
definitely
to
think you
support
should
me.
play it next week.
I've never had a public speaking engagement like that, and to know that I was speaking to over 400 people, and I felt no nervousness. I felt no worry because I knew I had my sisters, I had my family. There was a show of force, and all I could hear both you and Jaime, giving me feedback. I could hear you both because you were sitting down front, and I felt like I was just talking to both of you. It was literally, but I know my message is hard. I'm not proud of it. But if it helps somebody else to know all the stumbles that I went through and that Lisa and I went through, finding me, finding us, finding you, great, because there's hope. And I think I'm tired of transgender being considered the evil, the curse, the bad, the everything that it's called. When really it's a beautiful thing to be yourself. It's a beautiful thing to discover that your brain, and to understand that your brain is what it is, and that your personality is what it is. And I'm glad that you don't know the old me.
I'm glad you don't know the old me too, just so we're fair and honest here. Jaime would not have liked me 10 years ago.
I don't like myself some days, so.
We all go through that, but and no, seriously,
I wasn't always like this. I want to make that clear. It took a while for me to cross that rainbow.
yeah, and once you do, you can't go back. And you wouldn't want to. It's
like
even
going
if
from living in black and white to living in technicolor.
even if they invented a magic pill that would stop me from being transgender tomorrow, one, I wouldn't take it because I fucking love who and what I am. Two, if they forced me to, I still wouldn't go back to thinking the way I did, because I have seen the community, the tribe, the love, the joy, the way people care about each other in this LGBTQIA plus rainbow community. And most just accept me for what I am and who I am. And like I said,
Who you are. Quit with the what. It's who you are.
Yeah, I don't like when you say
Who
what
you are. I need you to stop saying
no,
what.
because
That one's like,
I own it. I own it. I'm not trying to pretend
yeah, but
that
when
I
I
am.
say I'm brown,
Yeah,
I'm
but
a brown-eyed girl. I
what
don't say
you are-
what I am is a brown-eyed girl.
Well, what you are makes you sound like you're not human, and so
Yeah.
it's weird when you say that.
I don't like that.
Who you
Yeah.
are, yeah, but not
Who you
what
are.
you are. You're not
Yeah,
a what.
who you
You're
are.
a who.
I am a transgender female, and it's
Correct,
like
but that's
the
part of
intersex.
who you are.
That's
That's
who you
not a
are.
what you are.
Yeah, I
It's
agree with
who you
Laura
are.
on this one. I agree.
Right.
Just
I
saying.
defer. I defer and accept.
Thank you. We love you.
I love you both too.
Are we
But
gonna-
that's what I'm talking about with
Do
the
not devalue my friend, girl. Those are fighting words.
that's what I'm talking about with the acceptance and the love that I found. Because even when I am not ready to say, oh, okay, but again, I don't try to hide and just transition and pass that magic word. I don't try to pass. I know and admit who I am,
Right.
what my body was, and what it will be.
It's no different than me coming to understand my chronic health issues. I am not EDS. I am not POTS. I am not
Right.
dysautonomia. I am Laura that comes with lots and lots of warning labels about my health conditions. I'll take the warning labels about my health conditions. Those are scary. But I'm learning, like I told Lisa, I'm trying to see, and this is why I'm saying it to you. I'm trying to take what I might have felt might have been negatives and trying to work and see how they are actually a massive positive and how I can retrain my brain, because it's my brain that's doing that, not anybody else. It's nobody else that's doing it. It's my fucking brain. So you are definitely a who.
Mhm.
I
And
know.
a huge who for me.
I love who I am. I do. For the first time in my life, I'm happy with who I am and what I do and how I help people. And, I wake up every morning grateful. Even like today was a shitty day at work. It was. Don't care. Don't care. It was another day on this earth. Every day's a bonus for me because it could have been much different. And I have my best friends. I have my wife. I have nieces and nephews that I adore. I have this amazing extended family of joy and love. And yeah,
And that's what's out there for everybody if they look and people are able to open themselves up.
Yeah, it's out there. It's out there. Laura, you said I would find my tribe. Well, my tribe was right in front of me. My tribe was here on this podcast, and we went there, and we really, that was the first step in cementing the us of our sisterhood.
And I think you ladies have heard it often too. Often people will be like, I wonder if this is really who they are in real life, if this is how they act in real life, if this is them. Yeah, y'all, this is fucking us. If you have a chance to meet us in person, you notice this is really just us. We don't put on any pretenses.
Yeah, I'm not pretending to be anything I'm not anymore. which is kind of fucking amazing because I spent most of my life doing that. And then to be able to lay down at night when I don't sleep and go, how did I do today? Well, today I had counseling with 3 different people from Disney who are starting their transition journey. And they asked me what it was like, and I was able to tell them, you're going to feel like Disney's latest princess if we do it right. If we do it right. And if we're not doing it right, let me know and I will make sure we do it right. Because you should feel that support and that hope and that, yeah, I'm getting towards the end of that dark fairy tale forest. This is the coming out part. This is where the happily ever after happens, which is why my speech became that.
You know, I know Jamie started with a headache earlier.
Yeah, I'm dying here.
And
I'm
I
sorry.
know we've kind of talked about everything, so I want to make sure.
Yeah, I'm
Maybe
dying
we
here.
can do
I'm
the
sorry.
final bumper real quick because I know you and I can talk forever.
Yeah, and I just want to point out that the thing that prompted me to do this, there was a video of Charlemagne the God on The Daily Show talking about why he doesn't believe that DEI is good. And that shocked the hell out of me. So that's really why I want Jacqueline to come and help us break this down and understand. And I'm hoping that I understand it's because it hasn't gone far enough. It hasn't done enough. That, whereas, right.
I mean, listening to her talk about colorism, I learned so much more on such a higher level from listening to her. I
Yep.
mean, and that's the thing. If we listen to the people that experience it, if we listen to the experts in the field and we're willing to take them at their word, that's empathy.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with final thoughts and goodbyes after this. We will see you next week with coverage of our adventures at Pride Prom. Please spread the word about our show. Share links with the videos when you can. Any final thoughts, ladies? And Jamie, I'm so sorry your head's hurting.
No, that's okay. It's been on and off. I don't know what's going on in my head.
My final thoughts is I want my sisters to rest and relax so that they can do some self-love and self-care this evening.
Yeah, we have to be ready for prom. Yeah. In my quick change up.
Just go get dinner.
Yes, your quick change. I mean, it's going to be like magic.
Yeah.
And we need to get our staged photos, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, that was another. I don't know how to do stage.
And Vicki, since your last time I thought, thank you, tried to chaperone any dances, you were trying to keep the Holy Ghost between gay people. We were going to ask you to take that hat off.
Go ahead, Laura, wrap it up.
Life does not always give us the chance to laugh out loud, but we can always live our lives out loud. So join us again next week as we gather around the girls' table for another girls' night out. Love everybody.
Love you. See you in a couple days.
Yeah.
Yes.